RG3, much props to RG3 for dissing Justin Herbert. And for all them people saying that he was making it racial or whatnot because he said Herbert should be held accountable just as you hold Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson. Uh, he spoke the facts. RG3 told the truth. If you don't like it, say something to me. I will definitely defend RG3. And most of the time, RG3 come off kind of cornballish or corny. And, he was had a moment in time, his career looked promising. I still hold Mike Shanahan accountable for letting him fall on that carpet against the Seahawks and letting him roll over because he looked very promising. What you see with Jaden Daniels with the Washington Commanders now, that was RG3 with Washington. He didn't get a chance to shine, and his career was ended before its time. Becoming an analyst for ESPN, and they ran him off because he spoke his mind. RG3 usually doesn't come across like a cat that's going to speak out on much stuff, but he told the truth here. Justin Herbert is looking more closer like Derek Carr than he is Joe Burrow. I thought Justin Herbert, when he came out of Oregon, was going to be a top-tier quarterback. I thought we were looking at him. When I make the comparisons with him and Burrow and Carr, Joe Burrow is a top 6 quarterback. Derek Carr is more closer to 26. Derek Carr is a guy who should have been a top 6 at times. You look at it, but he settled. He only played good with Jack Del Rio. He's with the Saints. He flashes moments, and then he succumsively sinks, and you forget about him. And that's what's happening with Justin Herbert. I understand what that old whack, corny Goma Powell coach he had, Staley, that former coach he had with the Chargers, who didn't get nothing out of him, and they always were doing dumb stuff, but he's still underachieved. But now you got Harbaugh there, and you looked horrible against the Houston Texans. People don't like you to call out quarterbacks, especially white quarterbacks, when you can't speak the truth. You got to be able to speak the truth. If you stinking it up, you stinking it up. And Justin Herbert stunk it up. And he need to be held accountable because he's taking money for the LA Chargers. Let me be real and more honest with you if I can come correct. Most LA football fans only acknowledge Matthew Stafford because he only went in there and won something and done something. Justin Herbert be stat padding and gagging and looking very mediocre. Got to the playoffs and get a little happy, but doesn't add nothing to his game. He's a better version of what Trevor Lawrence is doing. But we got to be holding people accountable. Yes, you do. Because if you're going to ridicule Dak Prescott for gagging and choking with the Cowboys, which I do, second in MVP a year or so ago, underachieving, never gets past the second round, and unless he gets an award or a presentation in February, he ain't nowhere to be found Super Bowl unless he's on his couch.